In botanical gardens, you can see a giant fern known as the Angiopteris avecta. It is truly spectacular. Its fronds can grow up to 4 to 5 meters long, and when fully spread out, they look like a huge natural green umbrella. In Australia, indigenous people traditionally extracted starch from the roots of this fern as a food source. In China and other parts of Asia, its rhizomes were once used in traditional herbal medicine and were believed to help reduce fever. In other words, this plant has not only nutritional value, but also medicinal uses. However, nowadays, this large fern is becoming increasingly rare due to its slow growth and the loss of its natural habitat. Many species are now protected. It can be considered a precious living fossil of the plant world. In this botanical garden, you can still see aloe plants in bloom, which is actually quite rare in China. There is also a type of tree that looks a bit like a pine tree, but not quite. It's something I've never seen before in China. As I kept walking, I accidentally disturbed the small lizard sunbathing by the pond. What surprised me even more was that there were even freshwater turtles there. On the water surface, various birds were swimming around. They looked a bit like mandarin ducks, but not quite the same. Unfortunately, I couldn't identify any of them. I also saw a Brazilian wood plant with fruit on it. Back in China, I've seen Dracaena before, but mostly as small indoor decorative plants. Here, however, they grow into tall trees and even bear fruit, which really amazed me. There was also another large fruit-bearing tree nearby. Since I grew up in northern China, I'm not very familiar with many southern or tropical species. Maybe people from southern China will recognize it better, but I truly couldn't identify it. If you know what it is, feel free to tell me in the comments. Finally, there was a bird I recognized, the white ibis. In Australia, it's commonly nicknamed the bin chicken. It's not native to China, and it's not a protected species in Australia either. Walking through this place feels like stepping into another world, where every plant and animal quietly tells its own story.